is the theory of global warming is a deliberate fraud. On and on. Well, I hear the phone ringing. We'll go ahead and take that call. Hello, caller. Gesundheit.
Hello?
Hello. You're on the air.
How come that Richard Gage guy, he don't come back to Portland? What's is he scared of something or something?
Richard Gage is probably the most active man in the 9/11 movement. He's completely dedicated to the process of spreading the information and talking to people and answering any questions they have. He's not afraid of any questions.
Okay.
And the idea that you keep saying that he's running away, sir, you are being not just, I don't know if you're deliberately a liar or just ignorant of the facts, but you have continued, wait a minute, you have continued to characterize people in this movement as being afraid to debate or somehow pushing some sort of lies or conspiracies. If you took even 5 minutes to look at that AE 9/11 website, you would not be asking me these stupid questions.
Then who does he debate?
That's enough of this call. I mean,
bye-bye.
Goodbye. Now, we got another call? Well, that's good. I mean, I don't mind explaining things to people that have a different viewpoint from me. It's okay to have a different viewpoint. It's okay to have a different opinion. But it's not okay to have a different, complete set of facts. You have to accept the facts that have been established, and you have to explain them if you want them to fit your little nutcase conspiracy theories. Now, I'm using that against you the way they use them against us, but let me tell you, you have to support what you're saying with some sort of logical, coherent description that includes some supporting evidence. And until you do that, you're just a name caller and a harasser. It bothers me that we have to put up with this. But the point is, did you pay any attention to what we're talking about? The government is deliberately wording laws so that they can arbitrarily take away your rights because they don't like what you're saying. Anyway, well, go ahead, caller. We'll take the next call. Go ahead, you're on the air. We have about 6 minutes left.
Yeah, hi, my name is Craig.
Hi, Craig. What have you got for us?
Hey, I've really appreciated what I've seen and what I've heard. And, yeah, the facts are the facts, and you can't get, I mean, you've had professionals just emphasize and reemphasize all of what they have found, and, you know, it's unbelievable that people are still doubting it.
You know, one of those facts is usually enough to, you know, say, uh-oh, something's completely wrong with the analysis. We've got to get down and do a real study. But we have dozens, maybe even hundreds of these issues. Any one by itself would be enough. But it doesn't seem to matter to people. They just simply ignore the things they don't want to talk about.
Exactly. And it takes, you know, as far as the downing of the 9/11 buildings, it takes years and years and years of professionals to study how to do it properly and how they foul, you know, and
if it was that easy to drop them down, I mean, I would think that the guys in the controlled demolition field wouldn't want that to get out. You know, just sprinkle, you know, several hundred gallons of jet fuel on something and down it comes, baby, just the way you want.
Oh, no. I mean, of course.
I mean, that's just another point of view.
The main beams get so hot and everything and the whole structure gives. That's bullshit. I
mean, yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, you know, you got professionals that have studied this and done that for a living and all that, and anybody that watches your show can say, yeah, that can't happen unless it's a planned thing. You know, it's done. You got this set explosive device, or, you know.
And the latest videos by David Chandler, that high school physics professor, really open eyes. I mean, they're just looking at the video that's available to everyone. You don't have to have secret source of information or rely on anybody's analysis. You can look at it.
Exactly, and I'm not a highly college-educated individual, but I do have common sense, and I can, you know, put two and two together and listen to the facts.
You know, science requires common sense as pretty much a basis of you know, any of it.
Exactly.
I'm surprised that places like NIST aren't using common sense. Hey, well, thank you, caller, and we'll be back on the 20th. That's 2 weeks from today. And that'll be right after the press conference that they're going to have in San Francisco. And maybe Richard Gage will be able to say a few words for us. But call us back then and see what happens then.
Okay, well, I really appreciate what you've done and what you put forward. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have another caller. And while that caller's being put on, we'll mention that this show is also on blip.tv. 9/11 was an inside job.blip.tv. Followed, I'm also on YouTube. And you can find it by just saying my name, Bill Olson, and 9/11, and do that in the search, and up pops this show in little 10-minute sections on YouTube. So go ahead, caller.
Yes. This is the first time I just watch your show, because I normally don't watch television except the cable channels. This was an exception, but it was a good show.
Oh,
however,
thank you.
Of course, like many people have debated, thought about this, etc., etc. Let me ask you a question which is more philosophical than actual architectural.
Okay.
Would it not be better if the efforts at pointing out the discrepancies and perhaps the lies that surround this event, if you all, or your architects or whatever, were to concentrate on the destruction of building number 7, which really I never understood. It's really so against common sense that that is the one that most people have most people have their own intuitions or something similar to
your eyes open up
to the collapse of the others. But the number 7 is a classic. So what do you think
they
about
call
that?
it the smoking gun.
Yeah, if you were to do that, then of course there will be much more. I say not that you are not credible, but the credibility as a whole for the masses should probably increase.
Oh, I understand. In fact, that is one of the first things that turns people's, opinion right around when they start looking at Building 7. A lot of them never even knew Building 7 fell. It was not talked about in the news, and of course all the peculiarities like CNN and the BBC both announcing its fall 20 minutes prematurely. Before it happened, they announced it. They're the psychic network. Well, anyway, thanks for your call there.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, thanks a lot. Any more calls? Oh, sure. Well, let's keep going. Caller, go ahead. We have a few minutes. Oh, sure. Well, let's keep going. Caller, go ahead. We have a few minutes. Hello, go ahead. You're on the air.
How you doing? I would like to ask, if you think 9/11 is an inside job, what do you think the purpose of it?
You should turn your TV down in the background, but yeah, that's speculation, but you can see without too much effort, the people that benefited from this, they include the entire military-industrial complex making billions and billions of dollars. People will kill somebody over $1,000. What would you do for billions? These unscrupulous people have no compulsion. They have no problem in doing horrible things. So I think it's money and control. And then look at how we spread our military surrounding the oil-rich fields of the Middle East and claiming that we're fighting terrorism. What nonsense. We're simply strategically positioning ourselves in the world as power becomes a shortage. And it has nothing to do with the religions in the area. Those are simply being manipulated by the people that did 9/11. And anybody that buys into the idea that, there's a Muslim terrorist problem is just, a sheep, not paying attention, not using their own mind. That's all made up. And anytime there is a problem, they amplify it beyond any truth. And I hope that explained it. We're off the air now.
Thank you.
You bet. Call back next week. I guess they're still rolling some credits, but
yeah.
not next week, the 20th.
20th.